Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Our Abundant Life. My name is Arahi and this is my beautiful wife Candice.
Hi guys, well today a lot of people have asked about organisation and fridge organisation. Apparently people would like to know how people organise their fridges. So we thought we would share that with you. But also a lot of people have asked us about homeschooling, and since our kids are right in front of us doing their schoolwork, we thought we'd show you a little bit about what they're doing quickly while they're just doing their work now before we get on to our great looking fridge. Okay, this is our oldest son. Hi. This is the oldest child, Oren, and he is, what grade are you, Oren?
4.
Grade 4, and he is doing his language arts at the moment. We use a curriculum called The Good and the Beautiful.
Hey.
Level 4, part 1. And so he actually does most of this by himself. It's individual work. He comes to us like for the first 5 minutes. And what do you have to do with the first things, Oren?
You just need to read it to them.
Yeah, so he has to read us the tricky word, the challenging word practice, and then he reads a passage of reading to us. And then he's got all his other work that he does by himself, which I don't know, do you enjoy it?
Yeah, I love it.
He loves it.
So I can have more time playing.
So he can have more time playing. He's pretty good at getting all his work done quickly so that he can go back to doing what he actually really wants to do, which is playing. What's your favourite thing to play, Warren? Pokemon right now, eh?
Yes.
He loves Pokemon. And at the end of the day, end of his work, he comes and I check it for him and make sure everything is right. Alright, and Lily over here. Lily, what are you doing?
Math. So much into it. It's my favourite subject.
Yeah, Lily is in grade, what grade are you, Lily?
2.
Grade 2. She doesn't even know what grade she's in because she's a bit all over the place. She's grade 2, grade 3. So she is doing teaching textbooks for maths, which is what we use at the moment. And she is learning about pictographs. Yeah. Maths is actually Lily's favourite subject. So she does pretty well with that. Alright. Okay, so that was just a quick snippet of what the kids are doing right now for their schoolwork. If you want to know more about homeschooling or whatever, just put a comment down below and we can maybe do another video, a more in-depth video about what we use and how we do it and things like that. Okay, so this is our fridge. It's a lot bigger than the one we used to have. Last year our fridge blew up, and so we got this one off Facebook Marketplace. It's still smaller than I would like, but it does the job. And usually everybody has like kids' pictures and stuff up here, but our kids just rip them off and they just end up all over the floor. So what we do when we go on holiday is we collect magnets and we put them up here. A lot of them are missing, likely underneath the fridge. But we've been to Hobbiton, which is a great place. If you've not been to Hobbiton, you should really go to Hobbiton. Australia Zoo, Catalina Island, Zaha National Park. We're missing like Universal Studios, Disneyland. There's quite a few that we're missing. So when I pull out the fridge, it'll probably be under there. There's my brother's missionary name tag. I found that in the garage the other day. So it lives on our fridge now. But yeah, okay. So our fridge didn't always used to be tidy and organised, but I was finding that we were wasting a lot of food because I would just keep buying food over and over and not like emptying out the fridge, and it would just get piled up, and then there'd be like food that was all withered and floppy and gross and like the vegetable, what do you call it, the vegetable compartment. And Arahi used to always get annoyed at me because I'd always buy carrots, and at one stage we had like 6 bags of carrots in the fridge. And I mean, we eat carrots fairly often, but obviously not 6 bags a week kind of often. So I started to organise the fridge so that it would better suit our needs and that we wouldn't waste as much food. So without further ado, this is our fridge. Ta-da! Okay, we'll start from the top. Lily, go sit down and do your work, please. Isn't it amazing? Okay, should I stand? I'll stand over this side. I might have to kneel down because our fridge is like down here. Okay, so we'll start over here. This is our container that has our vegetables in it. I guess they're vegetables, yeah. These are things that we use fairly often, like on a daily basis. We use tomatoes for lunches, zucchinis. I always put zucchinis grated up into things. My kids don't really like it just by itself, but they'll eat it when they can't see it, like most kids. This is our fruit bowl, fruit box thing. It's got plenty of fruit in it. Our kids will empty that out no problem within the week. I was finding that we were having to hide fruit all over the place, but now we're going to get a lock for our fridge so that kids can't get into it and just devour the fruit. And you know, they'll eat it all in one go. So if we put a lock on the fridge, they can't keep going back and forth, and we don't have to keep hiding fruit, because sometimes we hide the fruit away from the kids so they don't eat it all at once, and then we forget where we hid it, and then we don't find it till it starts to smell. Alright, and then over here we have my chocolate milk. I was actually joking with the lady at the checkout the other day about how I was going to drink this in the driveway so I didn't have to share it with anyone, but then when I got home the kids heard me, so I had to share some of it with people. Alright, then over here we have, this is our meat. We're making pizzas this week. I don't really like keeping it just in the little plastic bag that it comes in, so I put it in a plastic container, which is probably not much better, but I don't know, it works better. Anyway, and then I chop up vegetables for the kids just to snack on. Adahi quite likes these chopped up vegetables. Yeah. So in this one we have cucumber and carrots, and I put like a little draining tray in the bottom. I'll show you where I got that draining tray from in a minute, because it comes from another container I have. Alright, so that goes in there. The fridge is quite full at the moment because I just did the groceries. Over the week it will just empty out pretty quickly. Alright, next down here, this is where we have all our jars. It's easy just to pull it out and see what we've got instead of having to push everything around and gets lost. I wish it fit a bit better. It's like tiny, like maybe a centimetre too small, but I mean it does the job. Alright, next up is these amazing containers here. These are from Kmart, and they have like a basket inside. I'll show you this one here. That one has strawberries in it, but this one has watermelon, and I'll show you inside. So inside it has like this basket that comes out if you want it to come out, and then it lets all the juice like drain down the bottom. See, look at that. So you don't have soggy watermelon and things, and it keeps things so much fresher. And what's even better, oh, it has vents on the top too, is underneath it has like a drainage hole, so you can wash your fruit and vegetables in here and then just drain it out at the bottom. Great, killing two birds with one stone. But my favouriteest part about this, favouriteest is not a word, people, but my most favourite part about this is that it's really tricky for my 2-year-old to get into, so he can't come, because he would eat an entire watermelon in one go by himself. Actually, when I took him to the fruit and vegetable shop yesterday to buy the fruit, and he was eating it with like just like the whole thing, and he just took a big bite out of it with the plastic still on, which is disgusting. But that's how much he loves watermelon. Alright, and this one over here is the same container, but is where I have the lettuce. And oops, has lettuce in this side and spinach in this side. And see, it's got like this little divider tray. You can either, I took this one out and I put it in the one with the cucumbers and carrots so that it could drain. So you can take it out and it just divides it, or you can put it down as another drainage tray in another container if you want. Alright, so that's that. I'll close it up later. Behind that is where we have leftovers. This is Adahi's dinner for tonight. He works afternoon shift, so he takes what we have for dinner the night before for his dinner the next night. So that's sweet and sour chicken, and that just pops behind there. Alright, if we need to defrost things, the containers that we use to defrost things actually fit perfectly on top of these. Not ideal, but it does the job. Alright, oh my gosh, my knees are getting sore. Down here, this is the meat that we're going to use for that night. I just put it down there. If it's already in a tray, I don't bother about putting it in another tray. But if it doesn't have a tray, like if it's just like chicken breasts, defrosting and things, I'll put it in like a little container. Alright, next up is our vegetables. Some more vegetables: carrots, onions, mushrooms, and what are these things? Lemons. I heard that if you put lemons in with like your onions or something, it does something good. I don't know what it is, but I read it somewhere, so that's what I do. Alright, this one is chocked full. This is our dairy thing. Super full. Alright, we'll have a look at this up here, eh? Right, so this is our dairy container, and it has in it this yogurt thing. This is a random yogurt thing that was only 50 cents, so that's why we have it. Don't usually buy those things. Has the sour cream, cheese, feta cheese, what's that kind of cheese? Cream cheese, butter, cream. There's a lot of cream things in here. Ricotta. It also has dips, tzatziki and hummus, and yogurts. These are for kids when we go out because it's nice and easy. And yeah, cottage cheese. That all fits in there. We are going to be doing some meal planning, meal prep this week. So a lot of these things are going to get used up on Saturday when we do our big meal prep for the month. So yeah, that's our dairy drawer and it fits in perfectly. Alright, now Adahi got me a seat. I've never sat like this in front of my fridge before, but anyway. Okay, so in these ones is we have like the extra fruit, extra vegetables and fruit, and the things that are too long. So we have celery, parsley, another cucumber for when that one runs out, and this one like just for salads and things. An iceberg lettuce as well. There's still quite a bit of space in there, but there we go. And then we're down here we have more carrots. See, Adahi's quite right with the carrots. I have a little obsession with buying carrots. We have extra apples, because once all this nice fruit gets eaten, they're just going to eat apples. They don't actually mind apples, but I think apples are pretty basic. And also bananas. I was going to clean my fridge and show you that it's always like beautiful and clean, but I didn't. So there's like jelly on the down here, and it's not like, yeah, it's still dirty. My fridge is dirty. I don't really care, keeping it real. Alright, moving my chair over to the door. Up here we have our mustards. He thinks we have too many mustards, but he doesn't know. We need all these mustards, darling. Alright, more mustard down here. And burger sauce. And this is my coriander. The best way to keep your herbs fresh so that they don't go all yuck by the end of the week is you put them in a jar and then put like a Ziploc bag over the top and tie it with a rubber band, and it will stay fresh for like weeks. It's amazing. Alright, up here, this is beetroot. Nobody in this house likes beetroot apart from me, so they want me to keep it as far away from the rest of their food as possible. So we have my beetroot up there, and in this little container is just like the odds and ends. Like it's got what's in there? A ginger and some red onion that hasn't been fully used up yet, because we just use a little bit of those things at a time. Over here we have eggs. There's usually only one tray of eggs in here, but because we're doing meal prep on the weekend, I have two because we're using a lot of eggs on the weekend. And I don't advise doing this because this has fallen out twice now and smashed one of the eggs. Alright, down here we have our milk. Can only fit 2 in here, and we usually have about 3 cartons of milk. So one goes into the freezer, which is this one has just come out of the freezer actually. And when the other one, the second one in here is finished, then we take the other one out of the freezer so it's nice and defrosted. Milk is fine after it's been defrosted, nothing bad about it. And we have our bottles of water because we all like cold water in this house, and Lily is usually our ice girl, but she's been a bit slack on the ice thing lately, so we'll be making sure we have cold water in here. And finally, down the bottom we have all our dressings and sauces. I don't actually like salad dressing bought from the store, but I keep buying them in hopes that I will find one that I like. So that's why most of them are hardly even used. I just have them for company now, really, like when we have friends over. Apart from the mayo and the aioli, Oren and I like that, but we're the only ones that really like dressings or anything on our salads or burgers and that. Alright, so that is our fridge. We won't show you the freezer because that's not as well organised, but maybe later on we will do a freezer thing. Yeah, so let me know what you thought, if you want to see any other ways that we organise, or if you want to see more about homeschool. We're happy to share things that we know and share things that we do. And we will see you all next time. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you like this video, and have a great week. We are off to do some fun things today. The kids are going to finish their schoolwork. I'm going to go get Ammon and start doing school with Ammon because he needs a lot of help. He's just learning to read, and it is tricky to teach children how to read. And then we're going to one of our friends' houses. They've got lots of fruit trees that are ready to be picked, so we're going to go help pick the fruit trees with them. And that's what we're going to do after lunch. Alright, see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.